Let's take a look at how to calculate normal distribution probabilities using a normal calculator from Stat. So here's a sample question here we're looking at. Personal computer is used for office work at home. Suppose that the average number of hours a household personal computers used for entertainment is 2 hours a day, and the standard deviation for the times is half an hour or 0.5. So here's two questions. Find the probability that a household computer used for entertainment between 1.8 and 2.75 hours. What's the probability that it was used for that? So we go to Stat. We're going to look at the normal distribution. And it's from the normal distribution, we want to calculate the probability. And so we had the mean is 2 and the standard deviation is 0.5, a half hour. And we're trying to find the probability that is between two values. And on this example, the values were 1.8 and 2.75. So that's what you would put in there, 1.8 and then 2.75. And there's your answer, the probability. And you can see the normal distribution. I like to see the visual of it. Here's the mean. Standard deviation is 0.5. You can see it's scattered out by standard deviations. And then this shaded part is the area underneath the normal distribution, right? Area underneath that curve. And so you see 58.86% or 0.5886 if you need to enter it in as a relative frequency or decimal value. You can see the between. Of course, you could calculate other probabilities, less than, greater than probabilities, and even ones where we're looking at opposite directions, looking at the two tails, that's a very specific situation, but you can calculate those. So that would be how you then answer that. To do the second part, we would have to then calculate using percentiles. And so you would find percentiles or quartiles in this case here. So find the maximum number of hours per day at the bottom quartile of households uses a personal computer. Bottom quartile then is referencing the bottom 25%. And so that's what we're looking for. So that would be the lower tail, the bottom 25%, and this is where you put 25. And once you do that, you would see you get this value here, which is your X value, right? Or your percent. So it's 1.6628 hours, right? So the bottom 25% is represented by the value 1.663 hours, right? It's 25%. We go back to the question here, right? Of the households, right? View or use the personal computer less than 1.6628 hours. And again, that's based off of the distribution. This is your bottom 25%. You can see here's your 25 and here's your top 75. So that's how we would use it to find percentiles when you have your normal distribution with your mean and standard deviation.